Hi there, welcome to the Schwowin's Nest. My name is Sandra. Today's video is all about taking some thrift store items and flipping them into beautiful farmhouse decor. If that's something that you're excited to look at, then keep watching.
I'm starting off with this wall plaque. It is ceramic, so it's quite heavy. It has a hanger built into the back of it, but this is just not a good look anymore. Maybe back in the 70s, this would have been really popular. So I'm going to just give it one coat of black chalk paint, and then I'll move on and give it a coat of white chalk paint. Once they were completely dry, I decided to distress them just using my Cricut spatula. You could use a screwdriver or a metal ruler, something that will just give you a lot of control and you'll be able to just scrape off the amount of paint that you want. I didn't use sandpaper because I didn't want the white paint that was going to stay to be too scratched up, and that can happen sometimes with sandpaper. So this is a method that I've used a few times before, and I thought it was perfect for this piece. I love how they turned out. I think they're really unique. Let me know what you think. I'd like to thank all of my current subscribers. I really appreciate that you've subscribed to my channel, and I hope you're spending some time watching my videos as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you like what you see so far, I'd love it if you could hit that red button too. This next project is this cute little canister. I love the shape of it. I love the little handle on the lid, but I definitely was not impressed with the little girl and her ducks. So I'm just going to take some painter's tape and I'm going to mask off a square to be able to cover up that design that is there. I don't want to see that, but I also did not want to paint the whole thing because I really like the gloss white. I'm using Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Coal Black, and I have found that this is the best paint to use if you're doing glossy surfaces, simply because it has a sealer or a primer built in. It has the paint and then it has the sealer on top. So that just helps with all the different steps that you would normally have to take with glossy surfaces. Normally, I would spray them with some clear matte finish, then I would paint them with chalk paint, and then I'd have to spray them again. This way, I was able to give this 2 light coats and be done. I just weeded out the design that I'm using for this little canister, and I'm taking the backing of the Cricut vinyl and I'm putting the vinyl on top of it. This is going to be a stencil for me down the road. So don't ever throw away. If you can get them off really nice and clean, like I did with this one, then you've got double duty. You've got a vinyl decal, plus you have a stencil for the future. So what I did was just take a little bumblebee and I added some little dot borders, and I'll have this available as a free printable on my website. Next, I'm going to add this candlestick from the Dollar Tree to the canister. I've put a couple of little pieces of wood that I have glued in using some hot glue, and that's just going to give me a better surface for the canister. I'm using Gorilla Glue Clear Grip and a little bit of hot glue in the center, and then I'm going to put the two pieces together. Just in case you don't know why I'm using both types of glue, the hot glue will keep the piece in place until the Gorilla Glue has a chance to dry, and I always let it cure overnight before I move it. I love the white and black together, and I've got another larger one that I did too. Let me know what you think of these. This piece is a wishing well, and it has definitely seen better days. I've had it for a couple of years, and I did start painting it the blue and the cream that you see, but I don't like that. I never actually finished this project, so I'm going to give it a once over with the Fusion Mineral Paint in White Picket Fence, and then I'm going to add some florals to it. This wishing well was originally a bank and it does still work. It has the stopper below and it has this cute little water bucket that is a wood color. And this is the color the whole thing was. This actually really works. You can crank the little handle and it will pull the little bucket up and down. I thought it was just adorable. I originally thought I would leave the bucket the wood color, but now that everything is painted white, this needs to be white too. It just makes sense for this whole piece. So I did paint the little crank handle white too, but it still works. I just wiggled it around a little bit while the paint was drying so it wouldn't get stiff. To give this a little bit of distressing, I just decided to take my black marker and go around all of the edges, not really solidly, just so there's a few gaps, and just give it some accents, just mostly on all of the corners and edges. To complete the look for this wishing well, I did add some greenery and some little yellow and white florals. I hot glued the pail to the edge of the wishing well and added a few little blossoms there too. I think this turned out really cute and I hope somebody's going to want to take it home and display it for the summer months. This basket was included in my last thrift haul and it's really pretty. I love the lines of it. I love the handle and the chunky wood. But of course, that hand painted design, whoever did it, I'm sorry, I am covering it up. I'm going to be using my white chalk paint and I'm going to need to give this 2 to 3 coats to make sure that I can get all of those colors covered up. I am using a Fusion pointed sash brush. These are my new favorite brushes. They release the paint when you wash them so easily, and it doesn't have to be good paint. I've used like regular latex and acrylic paints on these, and they wash up awesome. So if you don't have any of these brushes and you're in a serious crafter or upcycler, I would definitely get some of these brushes. I have some sunflower rub-on transfers that I received from Essential Stencil, and I really love these. They're so pretty and vibrant in their colors and really easy to use. I'm going to be adding a whole bunch of sunflowers to this basket. I thought with that darker brown wood color trim against the white, it would be a perfect complement, and it did turn out absolutely beautiful. So these are really easy to use. You just peel off the backing and then stick down your piece where you want it. Use some kind of plastic scraper to push it down onto your project, and then very slowly you're going to want to peel it back, making sure that everything is adhered properly. Once I'm done with all of that, I just run my finger gently over it to make sure that everything is stuck down onto the project. I don't have a proper scraper for these projects, but I'm using this plastic ruler and that worked out really great. So you don't want to use anything wood or metal because that will risk tearing the transfer right through the plastic. I am totally in love with how this basket turned out. I love these sunflower rub-on transfers, and it's a really quick and easy way to take something from junk to slam dunk. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet subscribed, I'd love it if you could hit that red button. The like button helps me get noticed more on YouTube, so I'd appreciate it if you could click that as well. Here's a couple other videos that might interest you. Bye for now.